Hello everyone, this is Big Lol, and today I'm going to be making a Wargame airland battle. For this time, and this time only, I'm not really going to talk, but usually Matt and I will be talking during the game, and also for this game, I'm going to be showing a game where Matt and I were, Matt and I were fighting a bot. So, this is a really good game. I hope you guys enjoy it. And please I'll probably talk a little just on side notes, but that's it. Matt, if you're watching, yeah, I'm like tired. This isn't a good video, but I'm sorry. This is as good as I could do. Okay, I'm gonna try to talk. As you can see, I'm getting a rush. This is when I first started playing too, so I was gonna go for Echo, not the best choice, and hopefully go for Golf, because we're fighting, I believe, a super hard bot. No, we're fighting 3 hard bots. We have a hard bot on our team. And Matt, he got really lucky. He went in the Bravo. I gotta give him credit for this. And he just held Bravo like the whole game, barely, but it was really good. Like, just those few Marines. I mean, like, Hueys aren't the best choice, but it worked, and I'm not going to doubt any part about it. Matt, of course, is better than me, so I'm going to try to show his side more. I'm going to just jump to him so you can see that he does a strategy that works really well, and I just love it. You just look how many troops he has. It's great. You don't lose too many. On the other hand, the computer and I rushing Golf. We're not doing the best, so we'll see how this ends. Now, like I said, I'm tired, and I didn't want to really show the beginning because this is an hour game, so I just basically skipped where we're set up. And of course, I'll start resuming it at normal speed now. Try my best to explain what's going on. Basically, I got some rangers in the woods to tell me what's here. Now, I tried to get riflemen also, but they didn't make it in time, because this is before I started using paratroopers. The computer basically just held Foxtrot, which I'm okay with. I wish he held Echo instead, but Foxtrot's good enough. Matt, on the other hand, is just destroying people in the city. He's racking up points right away, which is great. And he lost his Apache in the beginning, but I'm pretty sure it did a lot of help in the beginning. So that was actually a good idea. Now he's also holding Charlie to give us points. Actually, he's not, sorry. This is holding Charlie. He's trying to get this M62 Bravo to hold it and get us even more points. He has his FOB and his Humvee in the very beginning of Alpha. And I just have my CP and a Pivot and Echo, just in case. Like I said, I was trying to hold this. As you can see, here's some of my Marines, my LAVs. Now I want to state out, I usually, since Matt taught me, you like split up your LAVs or your vehicles, your infantry carrying vehicles, because when you could send them like one here, one here, one here, one here, they do a lot better and you hold more ground, you look bigger than you actually are. Now this MiG takes out Super Cobra, but like I said, we were doing pretty good, and it wasn't too big of a deal in the beginning. Sorry. And of course, I probably should have tried to get more and more troops, as many as I could, into the city Gulf, but I knew they would have kept pushing it until they pushed us out. So I decided to back up this little town right here, right outside of it. And I was right. These M1 Abrams don't even stand a chance at all. Now Delta, Matt's Mud is in there, and that's not good at all, because as soon as either this AA or this BMP starts heading for these woods, it's gonna die. But I think it does decent. Of course, I tried to help him out with some LAVs. Not the best idea. I probably should have got the infantry out now, because if he had something better than BTRs like this BMP, he'd easily wipe them out. But they end up doing okay. This BMP is too distracted on this Bradley, so I end up getting away with it for now. Let's see how long that lasts. Like I said, he did a great job in Bravo. I don't understand this, because this whole time he's just, you know, he may lose this M60, but these Marines just stay in there almost the whole game. And Delta was, I probably should have tried harder on Delta and Golf, but oh well, it ended up not just working at all. So, like I said, the LAVs, I was being an idiot. I sent them to the town. I should have sent them to the woods where they would have been safe. They could have dropped off the infantry and protected as much, and then split up the LAVs in each corner of this woods. And it would have wiped out whatever came in the area until a bomb or something took them out. Of course, this ZSU, anti-air, they just pick off just infantry like crazy. My ally, the computer, is just trying to mortar it until it dies. But, you know, he's outnumbered by a lot, and so am I. And like I said, I haven't, you know, been doing anything smart. This is when I just started playing, so yeah. And of course, computer, you should know, even at hard, they tend to spam, which isn't good at all, because as you can see, the computer is almost as good as us, but he's starting to give, like, this computer right here, which I'm assuming is what is attacking up here, is getting a ton of points. Now, this computer at 220, I'm pretty sure is the one pushing Bravo, because Matt's been just destroying him. That's why Matt's still in first place. Also because I realized the Apache attack in the beginning, that was really good, and that got him a ton of points too. Now, what Matt does here is what I should have done. Because these LEVs, he did exactly what I was thinking I should have done. But I was a beginner and I didn't understand this. And now I do, so. Like I said, he's probably going to put his infantry here and spread apart the LEVs around. And of course he's bringing in Abrams just to make sure they can't take it. Now yeah, Matt's starting to have trouble in this city, but he's not too worried. Here comes a M60 by a MiG, just about to get taken out, so, you know, I believe he tries to retreat it, yep, because it's almost dead, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there it goes. Not too big of a deal. We didn't expect Bravo at all this whole game, so just having it in the beginning was great. Like I said, I gotta give him props for that. I did not expect it at all. Now he's holding off the infantry right here. He's just making sure they can't advance. That's probably why he never split up the LEVs. But, you know, he's just doing a good job like against it. They're bringing in tow missiles, so he has to worry about it a little too much because he's bringing that Abrams right here, and that's going right here where the tow is. But his LEVs end up just taking it out, so it's fine. Like I said, I'll try to make better commentary. I'm really tired. I'm about to fall asleep, so this isn't the best. But I hope you enjoy the gameplay. We end up losing, I believe. We might have won, but they end up pushing us back all the way to Alpha, so this will be an hour-long game. I skipped about 15 minutes of it for you guys. The very beginning was not important at all. We were just setting up, and I was still not advancing at all. I was wasting all my points trying to get Delta, but I was doing it a really stupid way. And I try again. I'm going for these cities, which is probably the worst thing I can do at this point, and I don't even realize it. Now the pivots were a great idea because, as you can see, our pivots just wipe out their MiGs, and that's what we need at this moment. And hopefully next time I play, well, I already know because this was probably a week ago, but I will never make this mistake again because, for all I know, there could be just rockets, you know, ATGMs, anything that the Russians use, just rocket launchers in there. My LAVs get close and just get wiped out. And here it goes, another drop down, great for LAVs. And I could have at least, like, taken out the troops before they died, and then try it here, but it's way too late. And his LAV is trying to help me. I don't stand a chance at all. And there's just, what, 200 more points down the drain. He's trying to bring in Abrams, which is a good idea at this point. Tows might have been the better choice, because they're bringing in a ton of BTRs. However, Abrams do last longer, so if they were to take more damage, they might take off more. It all really depends on the situation. And of course, like I said, I wasn't thinking at all. I was wasting all my points on Delta when Matt had it just fine. and I could, take the Echo, relieve some pressure in this area from them, because as you can see, since we still have Golf, they're all going to it instead of Delta. Only a few are going here, and a few are still going at Bravo, getting taken out. Let's jump to my position. As you can see, like I said, I'm just holding here, all of this, and then this. This is my, Rangers and riflemen to protect them. Just so I know what's coming in. As you can see, that's the reason I can see that. Now, most people may not start out with a recon in the beginning, and Rangers may not be the best choice, but always have recon, no matter what. Because recon basically tell you, like, I wouldn't have seen that AA coming at them if I didn't look at all. So, and that AA can still take out infantry pretty quickly since it's a pivot. And I was hoping that the enemy wouldn't see my pivot since I knew I lost the city. What they end up doing, they end up taking it out. I end up just holding this position. I don't even separate my LAVs and put one on each corner, which is a bad idea because if they're together, they get taken out pretty easy. Now, of course, we lose Golf. We never really get Delta for quite some time. I get some, recon here, but it's not the best choice in Delta. Because they do keep sending air, but it was worth his MiG. And I still keep trying to take out this, which is the worst idea I can do. Still, because I send in more recon. But let me know what this is. Matt is, just pushing in. I think he's doing that just because he's like, trying to explain to me that I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing, and that this is a really bad idea, but I just keep doing it for no reason. As you can see, he's bringing in AA right here. The reason I know is just by that sign. Yeah, I'm sure most of you know that watch, but he's just trying to bring in Bradleys, and of course, just get them set up for the game. Now there's BTRs, there's Motostrelki, there's everything in these. So I should have given up and just went for the woods, but I had no idea why I kept on for it. I guess because when I first started playing, I couldn't multitask at all, so I was probably too busy watching this side, making sure nothing happened to Echo. Honestly, if I didn't waste all these troops over here, I could have had them in Echo ready to fight the enemy off. But I didn't think of that at all, and they end up just getting taken out here, and they push us out of Echo too. So, as you can see, there's like nothing in there. Matt brings in an Abrams just in case, but that can't take on an army. So I was hoping my pivads, this one can't see, and it has enough ammo, but they can't see that MI. I was hoping this one would sooner or later, but it never does. Well, from what I know. Okay, so I'm basically trying to push Delta, which was the worst idea, like I said. Matt had Delta pretty fine, and he also had Bravo decent. He just needed another vehicle in it. And I have no idea why I just kept going for those cities. I even Nighthawk it, which is pointless. I mean, like, yeah, it's points, but I don't know. I killed him, but I still kept pushing it, which was useless. There was absolutely no point. The only way is if we needed supplies from Charlie to Delta. That's it. But we don't. We can just send them from the back. So I should have been protecting Echo, or even pushing Golf instead. More AA, possibly. And more, what's it called? But I tried telling my bot to defend instead. Which is stupid, but I was hoping that maybe it would. And Matt, bombs, of course, for me. But nope. Nothing happens, so we end up losing this. And I try to get Delta. We never really get a command vehicle in there too many more times. But yeah, if you watch future games, I'll be, commentating better. Matt will actually be commentating also. This one I don't know, I want to make YouTube videos again, so I just want to get it up. I'm not feeling so well too, but I still want to make YouTube videos. It's my dream. So I'm trying to get it back up. Now, like I said, I bring in Humvee tows. If I was better at the game, I would know it's not the best idea. Yeah, there's T-80s. Like I said, I needed infantry and Echo, and I wasn't providing at all. Bradleys would have been the best choice for Echo, or even Blackhawks, just so I had infantry there now. But like I said, I don't know. I felt like maybe it was too far, so I didn't go for it at all. Even though I could have even just went for Foxtrot if it was too far, but it was a really bad idea. Of course, I don't even use my FOB because I don't know. That's why I took it out of my deck. You'll see in the future. If you use artillery, I'd recommend 1 to 2 FOBs. I'd rather use mortars like I do in the future too. And of course the Marines die here because T-80s take out Marines any day. Now I actually try to get these cheap M8s into the Echo because they're quick and cheap. But it's too late for them. They'll probably take Echo, and I believe I stop them like at Foxtrot, like right here. And my recon is finally gonna get wiped out because they start to realize that it's still there and they like to just finish you off. Now yeah, I finally get this after too many troops were lost. I actually do split vehicles, which I'm really surprised about. I get my recon in too, that way I can see what's going on. Their Mi-24V has the toes taking my LAVs out, my Humvee. And I Nighthawk, of course, because there's people here and I want them dead, because for some reason I want to push that. Nighthawk's not the worst idea, but it's kind of overkill for infantry, but I guess it does its job. Like I said, they're starting to push Echo finally. There's really nothing to watch here, because I even tried to get LAVs finally with infantry, but there's no point anymore. I should have done it right away, or even went for golf like I said when I had the chance, but I felt like Delta needed help, even though when I look at it now, Matt had Delta good enough for the whole game. So yeah, this game is mostly my fault, and the computer was giving them points too. So we're losing now, but I believe we do pull back. So now if I go back to Matt's perspective, he's starting to get a really good defense up, and of course the computer's just spamming troops back at golf, even though there's no point. And like I said, I gotta compliment how he works, because he does attacks really well. Like he'll defend, and then he'll push, and then he'll defend and push over and over. Of course, he finally got Stinger missiles because he knew he was getting spammed by air. Even these Mi-24s could come back here, he could get them. He lost his helmet wherever that was. I'm assuming he tried to send it through here and something took it out. Now, that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Only 4 Motostroki left, and their whole squad's still there, because there's only 1 in each squad. We could have, yeah, I believe he sends his Super Cobra and finishes them off, so let's just say that should be pretty easy. And that's really cheap points, but it's so worth it. Of course, Pivad here, just for more air. T-80s being pushed if we go to neutral. You see that the enemy had really good defenses, so there's no way we were going to the back of the base. And they were really pushing golf, as in we didn't stand a chance at golf. However, like I said, Delta was fine for most of the game, and if I had just pushed golf the whole game, I believe it would have been different. Of course, computers just, like I said, spamming, and T-80s would just pick off his Bradleys. If he had kept his Bradleys back, they could have easily finished off the T-80s, but he doesn't. Computers sometimes don't act normal. If I had golf, it would have been different. He would have just reinforced it for me. Yeah. It would have been much easier if I had just kept pushing, putting pressure on golf, but there's no way I could. I'm surprised they still have Echo. I'm sending in a Tomcat, which is the worst idea ever. I'm sure he gets shot down right here. Maybe not. No, I guess not. That was lucky, but you should never do that. And I have no clue why I did. Okay, I'm gonna go to Matt's perspective again, just so if he wants to watch this on YouTube, he can see what he's doing and doing wrong, or right. His M1 Abrams is really good because it's hiding in the woods and these are not, so you can just simply pick them off. But it's panicked, so it's not reloading quick. However, it's doing a good enough job. He has his LAVs protecting his Abrams. His Abrams taking all the damage because they're stronger. Mortar's putting pressure on that Abrams, so it's not going to last too much longer. But as long as he holds it fine, he gets a super coverage. he knew there was AA. I'm sure he did, but it wasn't the best idea. So that's probably going to go down in a second or two. He told me that, of course, this is true. The machine gun AA, the radar one, is mostly just the stun troops, but if there's enough of them, and if it shoots long enough, it will take out your air no matter what. You can spam a little bit of air on them. It will take them a while, but here's it. You can't see anymore, but our recon's gone, so. Yeah, you saw there was other rocket AA in the back, so even if he did send in a few air to take out the troops and take out that AA, that rocket would have got him, so. Of course, toes he has to worry about. I'm sure if he sees the toes, he'll try to take that out first. That BRM, because that's taking him out. He's almost dead too. Yep, see, he's doing that. He's getting more Abrams too to back himself up. And I'm just trying to hold cities, which is really stupid. If I had just put troops in Echo, it would have been different and better. I got those M8s in, but they're not going to do much. And I got Rangers for recon with the Huey. Started using Blackhawks because they're faster. They may cost more, but they also have more armor too. And he also has Abrams in the woods hiding to try to take out anything and help me out in Echo to slow them down. Because they won't last long anyways, but like I said, it's just to slow me down, and it works well. So, MiG comes in, Mi-24V to pick off this pivot, doesn't stand a chance. But that's because it's a computer spamming a pivot, it's a stupid idea. Here it goes. There's no chance at all for that. That's over. And computer just holding a useless city. There's no point at all for this, except for the AA, because that protects Delta and Charlie. They'll never go for Charlie until they have the Delta or Bravo. Matt, with the same exact troops that have been there the whole game, still in Bravo, just holding it down. Now he forgot to get logistics to Bravo, so that's the reason he's not going to hold it for the whole game. If he had at least a Hemet, he would have been fine though. Of course he Nighthawks because he knows his Marines are out of rockets. He picks off his own Marines, but in a way it was worth the bomb. Maybe if he put it a little bit further back, but he didn't expect it to happen, I'm sure. And computer trying to send him some Bradleys. Computer probably gets wiped out, but you know, it helps him. MiGs, our pivots are shooting at them. Pivot gone. His and our pivots are still up there. The computers, of course, just die clips. These are even hard computers, can be really stupid. And now that I look at this game, we could have easily won if we played it a couple of days ago, or like sooner instead of about a week ago. But I didn't know what I was doing, and Matt did. He just, without good teammates, he couldn't pull the game for us. So he did the best he could, which I'm surprised he did this well with us, you know, not helping him too much. Let's see if the Stingers do. Yes, they still have Stinger missiles, so he does have anti-air in Bravo, but the enemy is almost out of air completely, so that's not too big of a deal. Now, we keep getting recon here. Where's the recon? I don't know, but maybe my Rangers see him, or maybe it's just a rifleman. It's probably just a rifleman. But we see a few of what they're sending at us, and we know Echo's not going to last long at all. Of course, I'm just bringing in pivads, even though I don't realize for some weird reason that almost all their air has gone. There's just a few Mi-24s, stuff like that left over. I needed mostly tanks. And I just sent in the M1A1 Abrams and some M8s, which is a really bad idea. So, like I said, Matt didn't have good teammates, so he would have done better if we did. Of course, he just wipes up the air over here with his Hawks. These iHawks are good, it's just they take so many resources. You either have to keep them at your FOB, or you have to have supply trucks by them like Hemets, or even a Chinook. And they're just mortaring this Abrams, making a panic so they can't fire back. He's trying to get positioned so he can take them out. He's still sending in Cobras to give him support, and that's fine as long as he keeps them farming back, but the enemy keeps pushing him with AA, just like our ally is, which is stupid, but it puts too much pressure on his Cobras, so he can't get too much air support to the enemy. So he doesn't do as good as he could have. However, this Cobra is doing really, really good. And for some reason the enemy is actually pushing Charlie now instead. I'm sure it's just because it's recon, but you know, usually they won't go around, so these Bradleys of his, they should easily pick off these guys, but it's still possible to lose a few. Now they Nighthawk this city that should have cleared most, if not all, of the troops in it left. I probably could have Nighthawked it with them if I had more multitasking abilities. This game I did not. That's why I had just a few M8s helping him out. Too close to his tanks, so getting his tanks killed, which was a bad idea. So yeah, I blame most of this game on me and the computer, not Matt. And once I start getting better at the game, of course, it's different. We beat 2 very hard bots together and 2 hard bots, and we beat plenty of stuff. This game is a lot different, and I'm kind of running out of time. Like I said, I'm really tired, so I'm gonna fast forward some of it, or just stop talking completely for the rest of it. So I'm gonna fast forward 2 times and show you the end game. Now I want to show you the tank push, because we did a really good job on the tank push. Matt said I did really good for a beginner, and that was probably one of our best moments for the rest of the game. Other than that, this game didn't end up being too much better. Now I get a Hemet to his Hawk because I know it's really important. Although I don't see the point of me pressuring more AA late game, even though they do have a few MiGs. But as you can see, these end up dying, which is a good choice in the long run. But other than that, it just Echo is lost soon. I'm surprised I held Echo that long, but it was mostly because he put pressure on himself, which slowed him down. And these Abrams right here. And they finally pushed it, and I didn't stand a chance because I didn't have proper troops. These 2 AGSs were way too close together to even stand a chance. I tried to push back my Abrams because it's just getting wiped out by mortars. His Abrams, sorry, he's pushing his Abrams back. I don't know why I did this, but I tried sending in TOWs or M8s instead of Abrams. Who knows why. And I know this is lost, I just don't know yet. This Pivot won't shoot. I guess it's not in range. Here it goes. And I guess they would just wipe out my CV. There goes my pivots. Takes out that infantry. Smoke and mortar to finish it off. All I have is rangers and pivots. Of course, I don't stand a chance. That's why you should have mortars with you, because if you can tell where the mortars are, you can just mortar back. They put pressure on them. Mortars are great for offense and defense. It's mostly for offense though, but I can use them for defense too sometimes. Yeah, this is practically getting to the end of the game. For the rest of the part, he still holds Bravo, however, he doesn't have troops that could finish off the enemy anymore, because they're all out of rockets. So for the rest of the game, most of them are useless, and they sooner or later just get picked off finally. They kill a few more, but they do their job. But if he had a Hemet or 2, he would have been fine there. Delta, he did great. It's just since we lost Golf and Echo, he had so much pressure. If I go back to 1, and I show you neutral, all of this stuff is coming to Delta now, because Foxtrot is too far in. He knows it, that's why he has his Super Cobra and his A10 fighting. He's trying to slow them down. There's no AA close enough yet, that's why it's great if they push you back to send in your air, because they can help fight before they get AA into the cities and stuff. Okay, for the most part that's it. For a while. Go back to his position so you can see what he did. He got his M2 Bradleys in, but like I said, it's way too late for that. He can try to get echo, but I should have been the one doing it. And I've been putting too much pressure because as you can see, he can't get much respect in the last couple of games. He's too busy with echo. I have no clue why I went for Delta. Like I said, I was probably just being lazy, and here comes the tank rush. Now, he puts his tanks strategically. He said I did the same, but if you watch my tanks, they weren't exactly... they were more spam coincidence. That's why if I go back to my position, I'm bringing AA in for no apparent reason. There's not much use for it left, and the clock will probably finish up with it. Bradley's with them, he's getting ordered. There goes one. My Nighthawk goes in just to pick out what's in this. Hopefully, it flies over because it can't shoot. And it gets taken out, and there goes my Nighthawk. Another careless mistake. Now, I like supplies, so I send them a lot of Hemmets and Chinooks. And I end up losing this AA. I probably should have gone to the city, even though I didn't need them in the first place. I just try to get these troops Hemmets to keep them alive. So does the computer, too. They use my ability for his progress. I told him that's fine. I don't even use it. And he does his first tank push, which I'm gonna go back to him. He slowly just gets them out. The computer has a Bradley recon, which is really, really good, and it'll just wipe out half the vehicles up here with its tow missiles. These Abrams don't stand a chance because of AA at this point, but once they get in position, they'll do really good. Just, we let the enemy get too far since I couldn't hold Echo or Golf. And he has to do it for me, and that's the reason. But he's slowly getting his Abrams in position. And they're just getting wiped out, which is the problem. He's keeping them alive though, which I'm surprised. He's good with tanks, like he knows how to tank push. And finally, I try to put some tanks into sooner or later. I don't know when, but I do a little push right here. He does most of the push here, last part of the game. Here I go, I'm starting to push too. I should be. Maybe not. He's still doing a push though. And our pivots and our limits and our cogs are just going at the air that's left. It's not much. They finally completely wipe us out of Delta, and I do my tank push. I get 5. And I start to realize that you should separate vehicles at the end of this game. So I finally do that, and he's setting up his tanks to work with mine. So we have a good tank push. I'm gonna speed it up to 3 until he gets in position. T-80s can be better than Abrams. Sometimes the U's definitely, but the B's, they're a little powerful, but sometimes the Abrams are much better. The Abrams are more for infantry though, because they have 2 machine guns. T-80s have 2 different rockets, that's why they're so good. Okay. So we do our tank pushes finally, as soon as mine get in position. Should I spread them out and make them start going up? So I'm on Abrams. Because I had so many points, because I was being stupid with my points and not using them. If you see the score nets at 7,300, just blowing us away, and the enemy. We're barely losing, but if our tank push works, we easily have this game, because we can just end up winning by points at the very end. Now, let's find out. From what Matt has left, he has enough tanks to do the push, and I bring in my demons. And I start to like separate them, and use the hill to the advantage, because if you see there's a slight hill, not much, but it gives me enough time to get them in time to work. Should have been more concerned about the right, but I figured that they just keep pushing right. They ended up doing that. Air was our biggest concern at first, but we have Avengers and pivots and everything, so my tanks finally start pushing them out. So this is his tanks, basically the reason why they did. And of course, we're just slowly picking them off. We're starting to rack up the points, and we're about to beat them if we just keep this up. his infantry just have to survive for the last few minutes. If they even have ammo. They do have 16 ammo, but it's not too big of a deal. My Cobra just working the enemy slowly. Of course, they're spamming his Abrams and my Abrams. But we slowly keep them out. MI-24B, we should have been more concerned with. Can't be something to go out. It's almost grounded, so if I just shot at it, it would have been better. I don't think I realized that it's literally on the ground. The tank push ends up pushing everything completely out, except for the back. That tow missile is where my tank would have gotten a little bit further. Now they're starting to come from the left too. It's about to realize that our push is actually working. What's left of our tanks end up getting us way more points than they're getting. So that's why of course they're spamming there. I try to send in some AA too, but they dies. They're just trying to catch up now, that's all they're doing. The 24B should be dying. His Abrams try to push the B2Rs out. These are useless against tanks, so I'm worried about that. The infantry, vicious recons, waste of the chance. Like I said, we're starting to exceed their limit. We're starting to rack it up in this match, just keeping a huge lead against everyone. We completely push them back out of Delta and Charlie at the same time, with just taking Delta. This basically ends the game for us, with us surprisingly winning, and him end up taking Echo. Now, if he wasn't preoccupied with this, he could have just, taken the command vehicle out, but it's useless at this point in the game. It's 2 minutes. So his Abrams just try to survive as long as they can. He gets some smalls in with LEVs, my Abrams too. And we just try to hold it off until we get enough points. We do. Of course, that wraps it up for this game. It was really fun. It was probably one of the best games I've played on this game, Wargame. And I really enjoyed it just a lot. It was so worth it. These B2R stand no chance. And it gets taken out. Therefore putting up supplies until it just finish off stuff. We still have a 1,000-point lead, which is good enough. It's where they can't catch up. He was still spamming infantry, even though he didn't need to. It's fine. There's Nighthawking finishing off the enemy. And there it goes. That was the end game. This is what the map looked like. I feel like he only lost 4,000 that whole game. I ended up going negative, which was really bad, but it was one of my first games. Computer's not doing so good either. Of course, our bot being stupid, going negative too. Him doubling his score, which is really good. This just shows you everything he got kills with. This Nighthawk right here, just all these kills. That's all the time I have for today, so thank you for watching. This has been Big Lol. See ya.